English Listening Lab.
Hi, I'm Emma from English Listening Lab. Today, we're going to practice a very common real-life situation, having a conversation at a coffee shop.
Hi, I'm Jack, and I'm excited about this one. I love coffee, but sometimes I feel nervous speaking English when I order.
That's very normal, Jack. Many English learners feel the same way. But the good news is that coffee shop conversations are usually short, friendly, and simple.
That sounds great. I guess once I know the basic phrases, it will be easier.
Exactly. So let's imagine something together. You walk into a coffee shop. You smell fresh coffee, people are chatting quietly, and the barista is standing behind the counter.
Okay, I can picture that.
The first thing you usually do is greet the barista. In English, a simple greeting works perfectly. You can say, "Hi," "Hello," or "Good morning."
That seems easy.
Yes, English conversations often start with small, friendly words. You don't need a long sentence. Even a smile and hi can start the interaction nicely.
So I walk up to the counter and say hi.
Perfect. Then the barista might ask, "What can I get for you?" Or, "What would you like?"
Oh, I've heard that before.
Good. Now imagine you're not sure what to order yet. You can ask a simple question, like, "Can I see the menu, please?"
That's polite and simple.
Exactly. Or you can ask, "What do you recommend?"
I like that one. It sounds friendly.
It is. Baristas often enjoy recommending drinks. They might say something like, "Our caramel latte is very popular."
Caramel latte sounds good already.
Now, let's practice ordering a drink. This is one of the most common phrases in a coffee shop. You can say, "I'd like a latte, please."
That's simple. I'd like a latte, please.
Exactly. You can replace latte with any drink. For example, "I'd like a cappuccino, please." "I'd like an iced coffee, please."
What if I want a different size?
Great question. Many coffee shops offer sizes like small, medium, or large. So you could say, "I'd like a medium latte, please."
Let me try. I'd like a large iced coffee, please.
Perfect, Jack. That sounds natural. Now, sometimes the barista will ask another question. For example, "Would you like milk or sugar?"
Oh, yes, that happens a lot.
You can answer very simply, "Yes, please." "No, thank you." Or you can be specific. "Just a little milk, please."
So the conversation stays short and easy.
Exactly. Coffee shop English is usually quick and simple. Now imagine the barista asks another common question. For here or to go?
I've heard that, but sometimes I forget what it means.
Good point. For here means you will drink your coffee inside the coffee shop. To go means you will take the coffee with you.
Oh, that makes sense.
So you can answer, "For here, please," or "To go, please."
Let me try a full example.
Go ahead.
Hi, I'd like a medium cappuccino, please.
Great start.
And if they ask, for here or to go, I say, to go, please.
Perfect. That's exactly how a real conversation might sound. Now let's make it a little more interesting. Imagine you want to change something in your drink. Maybe you want almond milk. You can say, "Can I have almond milk, please?"
That's useful. Many people ask that today.
Yes, and the same pattern works for many things. "Can I have less sugar?" "Can I have extra milk?" "Can I have it iced?"
I see a pattern here. Start with can I have.
Exactly. That phrase is very powerful. It helps you ask for many things politely. Now let's practice a short coffee shop conversation together. I'll play the barista and you'll be the customer. Ready?
Ready.
Hi, what can I get for you?
Hi, I'd like a medium latte, please.
Sure. Would you like milk or sugar?
Just a little milk, please.
For here or to go?
For here, please.
Perfect. That sounded very natural.
That actually felt easier than I expected.
That's the secret. Most everyday English conversations are simple. You don't need complicated grammar, just clear phrases and confidence.
I think practice is the key.
Absolutely. Here's a quick practice exercise for everyone listening. Imagine you are standing at a coffee shop counter. Try saying these sentences out loud. I'd like a small cappuccino, please. I'd like an iced coffee, please. Can I have almond milk?
That's a good idea. Saying it out loud makes it easier to remember.
Exactly. And if you're watching this video, tell us in the comments, what is your favorite coffee drink?
I'm curious too. I want to see what people like to drink around the world.
Me too. Coffee shops are great places not only for coffee, but also for conversations.
Speaking of that, what happens next after we order?
Good question. After you order, you usually wait a few minutes for your drink, and that's when something interesting can happen.
What's that?
Sometimes you start a casual conversation with someone nearby, maybe another customer or even the barista.
Oh, small talk.
Exactly. And that's what we're going to explore next, how to have simple, friendly conversations while waiting for your coffee.
So Jack, now you've ordered your coffee and the barista is preparing it. This is a perfect moment for a little small talk. Coffee shops are actually great places for casual conversations.
That's true. I often see people chatting while they wait, but sometimes I don't know how to start talking.
That's very common. The easiest way is to talk about something around you. For example, you can comment on the coffee shop itself.
Like what?
Something simple like, "This place is really nice," or "I like the atmosphere here."
Oh, that feels natural. You're just sharing an opinion.
Exactly. And the other person might respond with something like, "Yes, it's a great place to relax."
That already starts a conversation.
Right. Another easy topic is the coffee itself. After all, everyone there is drinking coffee.
That makes sense.
You could say, "Have you tried the latte here?" Or, "Do you come here often?"
I've heard that phrase before. Do you come here often?
Yes, it's a classic small talk question. It's friendly and easy to answer.
So if someone asks me that, I could say, yes, I come here every weekend.
Perfect. Or you could say, "No, it's my first time here."
That would naturally lead to more conversation.
Exactly. Now imagine you're standing next to someone who just received their coffee. You might say something simple like, "That smells great. What did you order?"
Oh, I like that one.
And the person might answer, "It's a caramel latte."
Then I could say, nice. I might try that next time.
That's a perfect response. It shows interest and keeps the conversation friendly.
I noticed something interesting.
What's that?
These sentences are very short.
Exactly. In real life, small talk is usually simple. You don't need long explanations.
That makes it less scary.
Definitely. Now let's talk about asking follow-up questions. This is how you keep a conversation going.
What's an example?
Imagine someone says, "I come here every morning before work." You could respond with, "Oh, really? What do you do for work?"
That sounds natural.
Or if someone says, "I love the cappuccino here," you could say, "Nice. Is it strong?"
So you just show curiosity.
Exactly. Curiosity keeps conversations alive.
I think listening is also important.
Absolutely. Listening carefully helps you respond naturally. Sometimes a simple reaction is enough. For example, "Really? That's interesting." Or, "Oh, nice."
Those are easy phrases to remember.
Yes, and they make you sound engaged in the conversation.
Can we try another short example?
Of course. Let's imagine we're both customers waiting for coffee.
Okay.
I'll start. This coffee shop is always busy.
Yeah, it's very popular.
Do you come here often?
Yes, almost every weekend.
Nice. What do you usually order?
I usually get a cappuccino.
Perfect. That's exactly how small talk sounds in real life.
That felt very natural.
And notice how the conversation moves step by step. First a comment, then a question, then a follow-up.
That's a helpful structure.
Now, here's another tip. You can share a small personal experience.
Like telling a short story?
Yes, but keep it simple. For example, I started drinking coffee during college.
And the other person might say, really? Me too.
Exactly. Suddenly, you have something in common.
I see how conversations grow from small details.
That's right. And coffee shops are relaxed places, so people are usually open to light conversations.
That makes it a good place for English learners to practice.
Absolutely. Now, let's try a quick speaking exercise for everyone listening. Imagine you're waiting for your coffee and someone next to you smiles. What could you say?
Maybe, hi, do you come here often?
Great. Or you could say, hi, have you tried the latte here?
That's another good one.
Or even something simple like, this place smells amazing.
I like that. It sounds friendly.
Exactly. And remember, small talk doesn't need to be perfect. The goal is simply to connect with people.
That makes me feel more confident.
Good. Confidence grows with practice.
So now we've ordered our coffee and had a short conversation while waiting.
Yes, and after a few minutes, something important happens.
Let me guess, the coffee is ready?
Exactly. The barista might call your name or say your drink.
I always like that moment.
Me too, but there are still a few useful English phrases for this situation.
Like picking up the coffee?
Yes, and even reacting to how it tastes. That's what we're going to talk about next. All right, Jack. Now imagine a few minutes have passed. You're standing near the counter, chatting a little, and suddenly you hear the barista call out a name.
Something like, latte for Jack.
Exactly. That's very common in coffee shops. When you hear your name or your drink, you walk to the counter and pick it up.
What should I say at that moment?
Usually something simple and polite. For example, thank you.
That's easy enough.
Yes, politeness is very important in everyday English. Even small words like please and thank you make conversations friendly.
So I take my coffee and say thank you.
Perfect. Sometimes the barista might also say something like, enjoy your coffee.
Oh yes, I've heard that.
You can respond with, thanks, or thank you, I will.
That sounds natural.
Now imagine you sit down with your coffee. Maybe the person you were talking to earlier is sitting nearby.
So the conversation can continue.
Exactly. A great way to continue the conversation is by reacting to the drink.
Like saying if it tastes good?
Yes, for example, this is really good, or I love this coffee.
That's simple and positive.
And the other person might reply with something like, yes, they make great coffee here.
Then I could ask another question.
Exactly. Maybe something like, what's your favorite drink here?
Oh, that's a good conversation question.
Yes, because it's related to the place you're in.
Let me try an example.
Go ahead.
This latte is really good.
Nice start.
What's your favorite drink here?
Perfect. That keeps the conversation going naturally.
I noticed something interesting again.
What do you notice?
Many conversations start with comments, like talking about the coffee, the place, or the smell.
That's exactly right. Observations are one of the easiest ways to start or continue small talk.
So if the coffee shop is very busy, I could say, wow, it's really busy today.
Yes, that's a perfect example.
Or maybe, this place has a great atmosphere.
Exactly. And the other person might respond with their opinion too.
It becomes a friendly exchange.
Right. Now imagine you've been chatting for a few minutes and you need to leave.
Maybe I have to go to work.
Exactly. So you need a polite way to end the conversation.
That part sometimes feels awkward.
Don't worry, English has many simple and friendly ways to end a conversation. For example, it was nice talking to you.
That sounds polite.
Another good one is, I have to go now, but it was great meeting you.
That feels natural.
Or even simpler, Nice chatting with you.
I like that one.
Then you can finish with a friendly goodbye like, have a great day.
So a full ending could be, it was nice talking to you. Have a great day.
Perfect, Jack. That sounds very natural.
I feel like coffee shop conversations follow a simple pattern.
That's true. Let's quickly review that pattern. First, you enter the coffee shop and greet the barista.
Then you order your drink.
Exactly. After that, you might have a short conversation while waiting.
Maybe some small talk with another customer.
Right. Then you pick up your coffee and say thank you.
And finally, you might continue chatting or say goodbye politely.
Perfect summary. That's exactly how many real-life coffee shop conversations happen.
It feels much less scary when we break it into simple steps.
Absolutely. And remember, the goal is not perfect English. The goal is communication.
That's encouraging.
Also, the more you practice these phrases, the more natural they will feel.
I think coffee shops are actually great places to practice English.
They really are. The conversations are short, friendly, and relaxed.
Plus, you get coffee.
Exactly. That's always a good bonus.
I also like the idea of practicing at home first.
That's a great strategy. You can repeat phrases like, I'd like a latte, please. Can I have almond milk? This coffee is really good.
Practicing out loud really helps with confidence.
It definitely does. And if you're watching this video right now, try this small exercise. Imagine you are in a coffee shop. Think about your favorite drink and say the sentence out loud.
For example, I'd like a cappuccino, please.
Exactly. Simple, clear, and confident.
I'm curious about something.
What's that?
What is your favorite coffee drink?
I really like a caramel latte.
Nice choice.
And we'd love to hear from you too. What's your favorite coffee drink? Tell us in the comments.
That would be fun to read.
Definitely. Conversations don't only happen in coffee shops. They can happen right here in the comments too.
That's true.
All right, Jack, I think we've covered a full coffee shop conversation today.
From entering the shop all the way to saying goodbye.
Exactly. And if you practice these simple phrases, you'll feel much more confident the next time you order coffee in English.
I'm definitely going to try this next time I visit a cafe.
That's great to hear. Thanks for spending time with us today and practicing English together.
And we hope your next coffee shop conversation is easy and fun.
See you next time at English Listening Lab.